as this strange fey creature falls to the ground, our group licks their wounds and searches some nearby houses in Skywatch.
Thanks for the hat, Yara. What kind of fur is this? Is it cat?
Oh, well, I certainly hope it's not cat, but...
It feels like cat.
Oh, well, I would ask Malefic then.
I like it.
Very good. Glad you enjoy it. How goes the search?
Which house did we want to do first, Malefic?
Up to you. I don't want to do any of them, to be honest, but I will follow you and protect you.
Thank you. We might
Pick one and go, and I will follow.
I would have searched the northern house and gone in a clockwise motion.
Sure. Okay, so we'll be in exploration mode for this. And let's see here. You can...
Malefic, are you better at finding things or tracking?
It depends. If it's a lock or a door that needs to be open, I am able to do that. I am able to track things. Yes, I guess I'm pretty decent in both.
Perhaps you may look around for things. I'll look for tracks to make sure that there are no more of those creatures lurking about.
Alright. Then I guess I'm searching.
Okay.
And I'll be identifying, where is it? Tracking? Is it just stuff up there? Yes, track.
Okay. Survival check, Arashtak. And let's get a perception check from Malavik.
I think I will re-roll that one.
Okay. So there's a little bit of snow that is coming down right now. Arashtak, I'm going to say that it's not a total failure here in this situation. You can see that, like, there are boot prints and things through this area. I think you get the impression, you can't really, like, tell how much traffic this place has had, especially since some snow is falling, and it's sticking. But I will say that you can tell that there's definitely been some people through this area. And it doesn't appear like there's any other creatures. You maybe find like one set of claw prints.
Find anything? There has been foot traffic here, though not immediate.
Malavik,
Still
please roll
looking.
me a D10.
Okay. Seven.
Okay. Let's see. It appears, Malavik, that this place has sort of been cleaned out already. There is one thing that catches your eye after searching through these houses. There is a vial, small glass vial, and it holds a dried flower inside of it. It is preserved.
I'll just pick it up and put it on my side for now. It looks like whoever's been through here has picked it clean if anybody has come through here.
not surprised.
Did find a vial. It has a
Oh,
flower in it. I'll bring it back to the camp with us. Do you want to continue looking, or are we done?
I think that is each house we've searched, yes? That's the total of searching?
Yes, I'm just sort of...
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
fast-forwarding
check.
through this bit, but yeah.
Yes, I think that's unfortunately everything.
All right.
Let's rejoin them.
I'll make my way back.
Same.
Arashtak, make me a nature check.
15.
Okay. You don't recognize that flower that's in the vial. I feel like it's just on the tip of your brain. You can't quite remember what it is.
I think I've seen that flower somewhere before, but I cannot remember where.
I'll
Is
just hand
Corinne
it.
close enough to hear any of this?
Probably walking out and talking.
I imagine so.
Did you see a flower?
A preserved one. Malavik found.
I'll have a look.
I'll hand it over.
You can make a nature check.
It looks delicious.
That is a starbloom lily. It is a rare flower found in remote and mystical regions across Galarian. Its petals resemble delicate translucent stars with a faint luminescence that makes them appear to twinkle to exposed faint light. However, this flower in particular is desiccated. It's dead, it's preserved. It has no real value for alchemy from your eyes. It is
Well,
pretty.
you found some worthless garbage. It's a kind of lily that is useless, decrepit.
I'll take it back. Wow.
Here are
Corinne
all
is
the-
going on a
here are all
rampage.
Of the, here are all of the facts about it. I jot down all of the facts and hand it to you.
Why are you upset about the flower?
Because it is worthless and it offends me.
I'll turn away and then hand it to Yara, I guess. It's a flower. What one person says is useless, I give it to another at the end of the day. Here, it's what we found. It's a
Oh,
flower.
Did you find any living ones by any chance?
No, there's nothing in there. Seems like the place is clean.
Well, it's hard to be so mad when it's a house full of flower killers.
You should be joyous. We were able to preserve so many parts for you already. We almost died for you.
I'm
Do you
just
remember?
saying, it's not a nice thing to go around killing flowers just for funsies.
We found it like this, Karun.
I'm saying that whoever you found it from, these people in the houses,
Perhaps
not
we'll
calling
run
you a
into
flower
them.
murderer.
I'm ready to leave. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes. I will tuck the flower amongst my things.
Okay. Let's move you back on over to the big map. Now, is the plan still to head to the Skywatch gates? Where are you headed?
I believe so.
The gates.
Yes. How are we all doing on spells and whatnot? I am still good.
I am, for the moment, alright.
All right. If anything seems like it's going to be too difficult, then we flee. Understood?
Here, one moment. I pull out a small satchel and hand it to you, Yara. In case things go wrong, this may help. It has an odd scent to it. Maybe floral licorice anise.
What is it that you hand to Yara? What do we see?
It is a very small pouch. Occasionally, if you shake it, it might have a little dust and pollen fall from it. It looks almost quaint, but has a smell of almost incense, homemade. It protects you from spells and ghosts, actually.
Huh.
A circumstance bonus against a spell saving throw. A choice of yours as needed once.
Wonderful, thank you.
Oh,
I'll
also,
take good care of it.
just because Nicotine was not here last week, did you all give Nicotine, Karun, the potions?
Yes.
Okay. So let me just add those to your inventory.
I really do love the head.
I'm glad you do.
Good.
Because you guys got 2 moderate cheetah elixirs, 2 moderate eagle eye elixirs, and an antidote. I can't remember. Did you end up spending the antidote last week?
Yes,
Yeah.
I drank it.
Yeah. Okay. Modified cheetah's elixir. Times 2. And moderate, what was the other one? Eagle eye. And the moderate elixirs are like, I think the 3rd tier?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like lesser, minor, moderate, I think.
I think you are correct. Okay. So there you go, Karun. Because I remembered that I did not add that for you last week. Okay. Sakuachi begins to take the lead and tries to lead you all out towards the gates again. Is anybody assisting Sakuachi?
I'm next.
I will cast guidance on her. That will be my contribution.
Okay.
I will supervise.
Ooh, that's a natural one from Sakuachi.
Can she have my
Sakawachi,
hero
you're
point?
doing it wrong. Do better.
Maybe I'm bothering her too much by trying to learn.
Still a
Distracting her.
17 with a natural one.
Which is wild.
But you are all going to spend basically another hour getting lost.
I believe we
Sakuachi.
are walking in circles.
Sakuachi sighs frustratingly, and Denigi sort of puts a hand on Sakuachi's shoulder. It is all right. Just remain calm and do what you do best. Read the stars. I'm trying, Denigi, but this magic here, it's so off-putting. You are our best astronomer. You know what you are doing. Take your time. Sorry, I cut you off, Malavik. What were you saying?
I was going to ask if would you like me to take your mind off of the frustration?
In what way?
Yes or no?
Yes?
I will take a knife out and I will cut along the side of her arm. Very good.
Denigi immediately draws bow and arrow has an arrow drawn pointing right at your face, Malavik.
Yeah, I'll hold my hand up. It's fine. Release tension. Stuff that we used to do in training all the time.
It is
Shallow
not
cuts.
fine.
It's a shallow cut. It won't even lose blood long. It's already clotting. Release tension. Believe me.
I need you to
Bleeding out the ghosts, I get it.
make a diplomacy check, please, Malavik.
Oh, this is
Oi!
12.
Huh? Okay.
Can I use my alchemist expertise to agree with Malavik? And try to smooth it over?
You can.
It's backed up by science.
I will take a medicine check.
All right.
It was either that or break a finger.
Malavik!
It releases tension.
Look, it's all in these documents. Just read the scrolls, you know?
Corinne just starts pouring shit out.
Lots of bards are saying so.
It takes your mind off of your current focus. Pain is a way to alleviate frustration. It's a very shallow cut, mere nothing.
Sakuachi just is looking like horrified at you, and Denigi shakes her head, and she looks to Sakuachi. Are you all right? It hurts. Fine.
Now look at the stars. Calculate your destination. You will thank me.
We will do no such thing. Denigi stares just out of the corner of her eye. I'll be watching you.
Nothing new. Everyone watches me. Now, come, focus.
Sakuachi takes a deep breath, takes out some paper, begins to figure out your position yet again. Wow. That's a 1 and then a 2, folks.
Yay.
Yet again, you are lost for another hour, passing by the guard post.
Is it possible for me to use some of this time to start crafting the spyglass I've been trying to work on for a while? No,
Sorry,
that's
no,
fine.
you need proper
That's
time
fine.
to do that.
I'll start to unsheath my blade again. And just
Malavik,
it wants
darling, go.
needs
Darling,
focus.
Just allow me to help her. Or one of the others. She will be fine.
Fine.
Sakuachi, might
Yes?
I be able to try and assist you?
Please.
Of course.
I'm only trying to assist you, and I feel
Of course.
that I have gotten us far worse.
No,
You have.
Sakuachi, it is all right, darling. These stars are very confusing, and there's only so much you as one person can do. So how about we put our heads together, yes? And once we get to where we're supposed to go, I'll take care of your arm. All right?
It's a shallow flesh wound is nothing.
Yes, but I can get rid of it. All right?
Please.
Of course. I will attempt to help Sakuachi on this third hit here.
I'll just walk by Arce and say, well, they don't see the importance of redirection of pain, scars, learning. Every time they overthink the stars, they would think about that cut. It's a good preventative way of losing focus.
My people have utilized such a tactic from time to time, especially on battlefield, but you have to understand, not everyone is born of the same culture. It might mean something different to them.
Unfortunately.
Are you casting guidance? Yara? What are you
Well,
doing?
it has been an hour, so I mean that would be the same benefit as me assisting. So I will just cast guidance again.
Okay.
I'll assist with a survival check. See if I can point out things that repeat.
Yes.
You can
And I
do
will be
that.
sure to give her some reassuring words of guidance.
22.
Yes.
This is the time that
Sakuachi,
she
darling.
actually rolls ridiculously well. Sakuachi says, "Yes, oh, of course. There is the constellation."
See? We knew you could do it.
It just took a different perspective. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Denigi looks over her shoulder. She wasn't thinking you.
In time, you will understand.
Come, follow me. Sakuachi sort of begins to trot off. Eventually, you make your way to Skywatch gates. Once there, you see the large ramparts of Skywatch and towers and turrets. The gates are open. Sakuachi sort of looks around and she says, "What now?"
Well, does anyone see any sort of footprints or anything? Any signs of movement?
I'd like to look around and see if anything sticks out.
I'll have a
Evidence
look as well.
Okay,
Creatures or beings passing through.
sure.
I'll assist if need be.
Perception checks.
17.
Same thing.
Did you want that from everyone or just those two?
You as well.
Right, thank you.
Okay.
Well, should I do one then since everyone's looking?
Sure, why not?
16.
Okay, yeah.
We've all just gone super quiet.
Well,
and we're all just
the way that I
bug
see
eyed.
this is you're just adding, because you all passed the assist thing, basically, and you're just assisting Arcelia. So you've added on a bit. So you all sort of spread out, start looking around. There is one set of tracks in the snow leading out of Skywatch.
Look here. A single set.
Is that the hobgoblin runner, you think? The one to inform their army outside?
This track is definitely some sort of snow, like a boot, like a leather boot. And looking at Sakuachi and Denigi's footwear, you can see that they are, probably some like sealskin boots with like tufts of fur in them. It looks like they could leave a similar track. If you look behind where they have walked, you would see similar tracks.
Your person? Looking to them.
Denigi bends down and sort of looks at the tracks. Or at least someone wearing similar boots. Yes.
I thought we were looking for missing one of the wolves.
Pamak. That was the name, yes?
Pamak is my
One of yours.
escort, yes. Mats, the leader of the Smiling Wolves, said that they were missing some of their own as well.
There's a possibility that they were traveling together, but there's only one set of tracks here.
recent set of tracks. The snow may have covered older ones. Perhaps the wolves were a day ahead.
This magic, does it go past these walls?
If you look outside, it does not. You do not have that weird sort of sense of vertigo or like the changing scenery. It doesn't affect you the same way. It's probably a little disorienting, honestly.
Well, I believe that Sakuachi would not have to come with us if we go track these down. Keep her safe. Behind the gates, Taniki can be with her.
I am meant to come with you. It is our fate.
Yes, there's nothing that's going to stop them, Malevich.
That is fine.
I think the question becomes, now that we know, or will have some sort of a lead, do we wish to continue from here, or do we wish to go and get some sleep?
What time of day is it right now?
It's probably in the afternoon. I'd say 2 or 3 p.m.
So how long have we been awake? Because I know we did a couple of things.
5 hours or so.
Ah, okay. Alright. Well, we could hunker down and come up with some sort of a plan as this is going outside of the gates. Or we continue.
Rastark, you're more familiar with Galarian and his build-up. I suggest that we keep going until close to nightfall, then find a place to set up camp to kill some time. But if you feel that that's not a good idea.
That really depends on when that hobgoblin runner arrives to their armies. How long has it been since they sent them out? You were the one speaking with them, Yara.
I believe they had said that they left a day ago. And that it would take, 3 days?
2 or 3 days, I think, yes. Rest.
I would like to take a fistful of snow and ball it up into a snowball. Does anything happen if I throw it over the threshold?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, it might not be bad to head out and at least scout. We do not know how close the army is.
Very well. Are the rest of us all right with that?
Yes.
I'm looking to the rest of them. Does time run differently in here? When we exit and then we come back, will it have been a day, many days, a week? It is hard to tell. I worry if we step out, the army will be there in moments rather than days.
Have we heard of anything to do with Skywatch with that? I remember whoever rolled really high.
Yeah, you haven't. The only thing that was, the main thing that was strange about Skywatch was that it was closed to outsiders. The gates were closed, and no one was able to get inside. Like it was magically sealed.
Right. And I believe it was either yourself or Arcelia who gave us the rundown of this place. I don't recall you mentioning anything to do with time magics. So it should be fine.
From where we are, am I able to see any kind of runes or indication of magic carved into the walls or the door?
Make a perception check. Oh, actually, no. You've already rolled a perception check. Despite the fact that your immediate rolling of this one was very good.
Sorry.
No, it's no problem. You don't see like any runes or anything. There's no indication that there is some kind of magic that has been cast here, which would lead you to believe. Well, let's make a probably an Arcana check.
Okay. 21.
Yeah, I think that leads you to believe, because of this magic that's been cast here on this city, it's not directly tied to the gate, or could be like part of the city. Maybe it is actually in the walls. Maybe it's like a protective spell in the walls. It could also be like indicative of where the towers are. Like maybe the towers are related to some kind of anchor for the spell. But it doesn't appear to have anything to do with the gates that you can tell.
I share this with the others, so I don't think that the crossing of the threshold will do anything suspicious. It's in the walls, it's in the fortification of the city.
All right. And do you see no reason not to follow Malavic's thoughts?
I think it should be fine.
Tracks appear to head off like southwest from the gates. Not following the path.
Wonder where they
I guess the
lead
road.
us.
It'd be a road.
How about this? We partner up 2 and 2, well, as much as possible. Not including Karun likes to stick to their own shadows, I believe. Can stick with us in the front, maybe. I could take lead or hit rear.
Let me take rear. I'll work on removing our tracks as we follow.
You should probably have someone there to protect you as well while you're distracted. Arcelia, would you mind?
I'll stay with Arashtak.
Good. Someone come with me and we'll be in the front.
All right.
We'll keep Deniki and Sakuachi behind us.
I will skitter.
By that you mean what? Not
Just
too far away from us, yes?
Walking around
Okay.
in the shadows.
Make sure you
Oh.
are close enough in case anything happens. All right, Karun?
I'm not going anywhere away from you guys.
All right. Excellent.
Good.
So, you venture forth from Skywatch. Out of this strange, illusory magic. Stepping through the snow. There's a thin layer on the ground. It's enough to make that sort of crunching noise as you walk. It's cold. The walls were definitely like stopping a big portion of the wind, and it's sort of hitting you pretty hard as you continue away from the city for about half a mile. Everybody make perception checks for me.
28 nat 20.
26.
Okay. Rashtak, you are the first to notice. Up ahead, you can see large sort of outcropping of rocks, there is a, quite clearly like a rock cave up ahead. Sort of adjoining side of the start of a mountain. And you can definitely see blood on the rocks. And there are gibbets of flesh lying scattered here and there.
Wait. Carnage up ahead. Predator likely of some kind, or someone very brutal. Viscera, flesh, blood. Near that, I don't know if I'd say it's a cave or a divot in the rocks. It's hard to tell from this distance, but likely a predator's den of some kind.
You can all start to smell those smells once Arashtak has pointed them out as well.
Everyone should prepare for combat. I know what lies ahead. Taking the sort of formation that we need to be in.
I'll raise my shield.
You believe that they were taken in there, Rasa?
I do not know who or what was taken in. All I know is whatever that was did not survive.
Can we look at the bits and pieces to see if there's any furs or anything amongst them?
Not from this distance.
If we get closer, and if I'm able to get my hands on it, I think there's something I can do to get more information.
Fine. You come with me.
Maybe we will stay close, but not immediate.
Yes. You are within distance of being able to assist if need be, or Astak, just be ready yourself. Karun, you come with as well, since you can. Seems like there's a bunch of places you can probably hide and ambush if need be.
Already got the alchemist's fire out. I'm here.
We also do have the invisibility potion if needed. I could save that for another time if you'd like, but
I don't need it.
Are we up or downwind
Ooh, good
from
question.
the cave? Is that what
If we smell, it's probably downwind.
If we smelled it, likely we're downwind.
You are, in fact, downwind, yes.
All right. I think the potion may not matter in this case, only in that we are downwind. It likely cannot smell us, so we can get closer without it recognizing.
I would like to start making my way. With us, I'll be stealthing though. Doing it stealthily, I guess you could say.
Quick
Please make a stealth check.
question.
Yeah.
Am I still clumsy and encumbered?
No.
Okay,
Definitely
checking.
not. 7 stealth check from Marcelia. And
Yeah,
14
since she got a 7, I'm gonna keep a 14.
I don't really do stealthy, but I try.
All right.
Okay. Marcelia, you and Malavik are leading the way, trying to be quiet. There's some foliage around some rocks, and as you approach blood and the bits lying about. Karun, are you also sort of following behind them?
Definitely.
Okay,
Like the shadows,
with a 6.
the wind.
So I think whoever's leading the way here, you don't notice as you step on what appears to be several bones. As you approach this pile of blood and bits, Malavik, please make me a nature roll.
Nature, not survival. Okay. Ooh, good old 5. Woohoo.
Okay.
If there's a particularly prominent fistful of flesh or anything, I'd like to grab it.
Sure.
Can I see what kinds of bones these are?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Make a medicine check for me. 16. It's not that hard to tell that these are human.
All right. I'm fine.
As the bones break underfoot, I'm not sure if it was Malavik or Arcelia that was in the lead there. But
It doesn't matter. I could be in the lead. Maybe I was just worried about Arcelia kickety-clanking, trying to keep their objects still and misstepped. And I'll just...
Sorry, I've got lots of pockets.
It's fine. We're about to have bigger problems.
as Malavik says this, there is a gust of what you assume to be wind that blows some of the foliage around the mouth of the cave. And you realize for a moment that it is stuttered breathing. And then Malavik, you recognize the sound of his wings begin to beat.
Oh.
And you see a large lizard-like creature with wings and large neck emerging from the cave. Let's bring you all over here. And I need you to select your tokens. I'm sorry, bring your tokens onto the map here. Let me, it's showing up black, of course it is.
It's okay, everyone. It only eats humans.
What do I count? I'm a Duskwalker.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like a spicy human,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Ashy.
Sort of.
Charcoaled,
Charcoal-y.
Ashy human.
grilled.
Yeah.
So
I need some lotion.
I'm going to throw you onto the map here,
I have a
everybody.
question. Is that a dragon?
Yes, it is, Malavik.
Is
Okay.
it a dragon?
Y'all, I do not have my heals. I've just got my spells.
Here's a couple of things. I do get a plus in AC when I'm going against dragons.
Great, that's for you to keep track of.
Yep. Don't worry.
Please
on
place
top of
yourself
that-
in the red square where you think you were for this to happen.
And to be clear, my shield has been up this entire time.
Yeah.
Just as a heads up.
Right?
Oh, did we come from the north or south of this
You
map?
came from the northeast.
Okay.
Very
Then I
good.
would be up. Yeah, I'd be where yeah, I'd be there. Thank you.
Okay.
Are we rolling initiative?
Yes, please select your tokens and roll initiative.
I would like to speak with
Is this
dragon.
perception based for those of us in the back?
This is perception based for everyone except for Malavik, Arcelia, and Karun. You
Oh,
should be rolling stealth. Well, just modify it
sorry.
accordingly. Just modify it. Just change your roll accordingly in the list.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I keep pushing the wrong button. Hang on a second.
So I rolled a
think that was
perception. Whoop. Okay.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Everybody's
I have to
fine.
lower this by 4. 17. There we go.
My 22 becomes a 12.
Well, Frank, if you're still using the first roll, It would just be minusing 2, I think, right?
You rolled a
Oh,
base
yeah.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be minus in 2, yeah.
As this creature emerges from the cave,
26. There we go.
Malavik, you do not recognize what kind of creature it is, but it definitely looks like a dragon. As it emerges from the cave, it speaks in Draconic.
I can understand.
What are you destroy?
Which translates to something Malavik would understand to be flee, fleshlings. Unless you wish to meet a similar fate to the last who came upon my cave.
What did it say?
I do not translate, I just go.
It sounded like it was talking. What did it say?
Run if you must. I will stay here and do what I must. As I say this, the horns on my body and scales start to form. I have to slay it. You can go. It bids you passage away from its cave.
That's a 37 natural 20 initiative for this
That's
creature.
fitting.
Danigi and Sakuachi are sort of shaking for a moment. Danigi immediately is reaching for her bow. And Sakuachi is also in the midst of preparing a spell. Okay. This creature will speak again.
What are you saying?
If my belly weren't so full, I would have torn you limb from limb already.
I'll relay the message in this way. If you want to leave, go now.
I do want to leave.
But it is at a disadvantage.
Yara, it's your turn.
Makanita. I'll just relay to it that then I will relieve you of your full belly.
Well, I believe this is all quite damning, isn't it? I am going to go ahead and utilize the power of my curse to cast Vision of Weakness. My eyes will go ahead and start to glow a bright blue as the curse starts to spread deeper onto my face. I am to know what it's, let us see here. There are 3 things, or a few things. If they have any weaknesses, I learn them, as well as which of its 3 modifiers is the lowest. And I gain a +2 status bonus to my next attack roll, if it is on this turn.
Okay.
Sorry, Wack.
Okay. No weaknesses. Lowest of the three is will. There you go.
All right. Looking at my colleagues, it appears Malavik is primed to attack, yes?
You just start seeing some smoke coming from my lips.
Ah, fuck. I'm going to go ahead and I will utilize the +2 that I have on my attack at this moment. I will wave my hand over the rapier that I have at my side of Rodronus' rapier, and a bunch of needles will spawn above my hand, floating as I cast needle darts in the direction of this dragon for a 27 to hit.
27 to hit.
Indeed.
The needles all begin to pierce this creature.
That is my turn.
Alec.
I'll let you see if you want to count this. I raged in the moment of it speaking to me because, for those that don't know, whenever I see a dragon, I must slay it. Period. And with that, I will run up to it and I will slash at its belly. Or whatever it's supposed. Is it leaning upward or is it still down?
Oh, yeah, it's leaning sort of backwards. Yeah.
Okay. And we'll do an upwards slash. A 15.
Rushing forward while you rage, you bring your sword upwards for a strike, and you connect, but the scales are too thick and shallow.
Reverse my grip and I will go for a piercing strike.
Okay.
24.
Now, here's a question for you. You did rage, attack, and move, right?
Yeah, that's what I was asking about rage in the beginning. When it was talking to me, I raged because it was a dragon. But if you want to count that as an action, then you can omit.
Let's do it. Fuck it.
I think Wack wants us to fight this and die.
I don't think
think
he wanted
so,
to fight it
too.
at all.
You rush, and the second strike is more of a piercing strike with your sword. You spin and drive your blade deeply into the creature's side. You can feel that the scales leave like a they definitely diminish your attack. You can feel some resistance there.
Oh, good. That'd be the end of my turn. Did I do damage?
Oh yes, you drew blood.
Okay. Very good.
Denigi is yelling, What is that creature? It is bigger than most whales I have seen.
Well, it is a dragon, and if you need to attack its will, that is probably the best thing you can do, darling.
Denigi will take that as a challenge, and will draw the arrow to the bow, and will try and strike with a longbow attack. But first, she points to the creature and she says, You will be my prey. And she will use Hunt Prey.
Ooh.
For an action. And then we'll, I think... yeah, we'll fire with longbow. Composite longbow. Holy shit! This is so much.
Let's go, Deniki!
And that's deadly as well. And
Yes,
oh,
you
Lord.
have this is so much damage that just happened right now. Oh, you definitely
that's
wanted
like
Denigi to crit.
70, no, 80.
No, that was to hit. That was not the.
Oh,
that was no.
okay. I was about
No.
to say.
Damage is incoming. But Denigi gets bonus. It's not like
1d10.
you, but for an NPC that's helping you, it's a lot. Denigi has Precision Edge. The first time the bounty hunter hits their hunted prey in a round, they deal an additional 1d8 precision damage, which is also doubled. Okay, so this is going to be doubled, this damage first. That's 30 piercing damage.
30's club.
Plus
1d10 flat and then double. Wow.
another 6 on top of that. So 36 damage.
Wait, don't you get 1d10 as well because of deadly? Flat 1d10.
I gotta check.
So what are the odds we one-turn this, guys?
Yes, on a critical hit, the weapon adds a weapon damage die of the listed one. Roll this after doubling the weapon's damage.
Mm-hmm. Flat 1d10.
Oh, so it's just 1d10 on top.
Yeah, it's just flat.
Gotcha. Okay, so still 38 damage. I
Yeah.
feel like you take that.
Yes!
You see an arrow sail into the neck of this creature as you can see it like rearing up in response to Malavic's attack. Denigi sinks an arrow, then begins to run and will running reload. Denigi will rush down this way and reload, notching another arrow. Haroon, it's your turn.
I don't really want to fight the dragon. It's particularly because I'm safe. It only eats humans. But I think I will, just because I don't want all of my friends to die. I'm like an obligate carnivore. I can't survive out there on my own. I will attack it with the alchemist fire.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 4 damage of my damage is fire. Sorry.
Fair enough. Ooh, that's a natural 1, Karun.
But it still deals the splash damage.
Yes, it does, which is
Karun
4.
is helping.
The ball of napalm that explodes out from the vial that Karun throws splashes, and you can see it like lick up the side of these this creature. It is definitely descended from Sakuachi.
Oh, and I will also take cover.
Okay. Very well.
Is it greater cover because I'm behind the foliage, and it went with the shadows?
Well, being part of the shadows would be great, but you did attack, so I think the shadows
that's a
don't
good
mean
point.
shit right now. The cover, however, I will
Also
say
snow.
I will say it would be greater cover in this case.
Good, thank you.
Sakuachi. No, wouldn't do that. That's for her. it's looking like Bless again. Still the best option. Bless is getting radiated out from Sakuachi, and will you can. Is it an action to increase the radius?
Yes.
It is a sustain the spell action. So
Gotcha.
that takes 1 point of action every turn. So you have 2 other.
So she can't do that this turn, right? She can't increase the range this turn.
It says in the text there, it has to be the turn after you cast Bless.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you can't like just spam it.
Yeah. Okay. Sakuachi will cast Bless. Let's put that down on the map for you all to see.
But she could move.
She will follow Denigi and go there, I
Oh.
think. Yeah,
Okay.
not really interested in getting super close to this creature.
What?
Probably not very interested in that. I imagine the Sakuachi is quite scared. Arcelia, it's your turn.
Okay. Have I found any significant mass of meat or bone?
On the ground? You're still yeah, give me a perception check. This won't count towards this turn.
Okay, 17.
Okay. I'm gonna say
Or it
yes.
could even be part of the clothing,
Yeah.
just something
Yeah.
sizable.
Yeah. I think you can find bits of fur and stuff.
Okay. I will grab as much of the fur as I can. And I will use Wall of Text. Read a psychometric resonance.
It's super successful.
Essentially, I can hold something in my hand, my bare hand touching it. And if I spend 1 minute concentrating on it, then I can get the vision of the face of the person. The face of the person who this belongs to.
Okay.
It's gonna take a while though, because it's a minute long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would take you out of combat.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that essentially is
It's a
lasting.
concentration spell though,
You
so I
don't have
could.
to hold it. I mean, you see shit going down.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you.
I mean, I could do things at the same time, can't I? No. Okay. In that case, I will instead exploit vulnerability.
Okay.
29 against its standard DC.
Yeah, that is a success.
Okay.
It has no weaknesses.
Okay, well,
You've heard of these creatures before, however.
oh, okay. What do I know about these creatures?
This is a Miroga. They are greedy, simple-minded dragons with supernatural occult powers.
Okay.
I think with the 29, I'll give you a little bit extra. I think this is a crit. But let me double check. I don't think it's actually a crit. Wait, let me see. Not a crit. Okay. It's not a crit,
Okay.
but I'll give you a little bit more info. You've definitely heard something along the lines of this creature, these Miroga, having something to do with ley lines?
Interesting. Okay. I would like to then, for my second action, move up here. And my third action, spear.
22.
22.
Unfortunately, your spear slides against the scales of the dragon. You hit it kind of obliquely as you go in for the strike.
Damn it.
So it didn't hit, or it did hit and do meager damage?
It glanced off the scales. Arashtak.
I guess we're staying and fighting a dragon. Okay, go for it.
I suppose so, darling.
Very well. I begin to put my hand to the ground, willing out any bugs that may be hibernating under the snow to come and bite and pull. My final goblin pox of the day, crawling over, attempting to bite through the scales, knowing it is likely feeble attempts against this dragon.
Natural one, come on.
A fortitude save of 19. Yeah, it does nothing.
Fortitude.
That wasn't a one, guys.
It's a 32.
Yeah, it's ineffective as poor Rostok expected.
It's already built up an immunity.
You just see this cloud of mosquitoes and other insects flying past you, Arcelia Malavik, hoping to see some kind of reaction from the creature. Just with a buffet of its wings, it sort of sends the insects flying in all directions.
My last action is moving toward the edge of the map. That's all I did.
Miroga.
I suppose I'll have to find some room.
Miroga. Okay. You head around to fuck around and find out. Here we go. Oh, shit. I forgot about this. Oh, my God. Okay.
It was really nice playing with all of you.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I describe this? All right. So, there is a strange sort of humming effect that is happening. It's light at first. You don't notice it. It's sort of like a drone that is happening. Then you see maybe some ripples of water inside the cave. This small pond, dripping water inside the cave is collected into this pond. It's ringed with ice, and you can see the water begin to shake and reverberate. You can see first what you maybe thought were just ripples from the drips of the water. You realize something far different. There's a haze that begins to wreathe itself around the Miroga. First, it seems invisible, and then it starts to sort of coalesce into this eerie sort of light blue light that begins to surround it. And I wish you luck. Oh my God. Okay.
Might I can't affect anything, but I do have something that may apply here.
Huh?
recognize spell as a reaction.
Okay.
I don't know if it will apply, and that's for you, your knowledge, but basically, if I'm trained in the appropriate skill for the spell's tradition, so if it's occultism, nature, arcana, or religion, which I'm all trained in, and this is the part here that is a common spell, a 2nd level or lower, but if it's an occult 4th level or lower, because I'm an expert in occult, you make a secret check to see if I recognize what spell is being cast.
Okay.
And if this doesn't apply, it doesn't apply.
It is not a spell. I will tell you that.
Great! That is information I still don't like. Thank you.
Die in the cave and die in real life.
Let's see here. How shall we do this? What seems the most appropriate? Malavik and Yara heard it. So did Karun. I think it's pretty angry at Malavik right now. Let's see here. Okay. Malavik and Arcelia. Behind you, you feel this sort of same reverberation. It is growing in intensity. And then you start to see some energy coalesce behind you. Both of you, please make a reflex save. Don't fail.
No, reroll that.
22.
Oh, never mind then.
Okay. Those are 2 fails.
Oh.
22 fails?
Uh-huh. Okay, let me just double check. Alrighty, incoming. This massive reverberation of force strikes Malavik and Arcelia. 4. Ooh, 24 force damage. Debris is tossed in all directions as you are hit by this force damage, as this massive ley line explosion goes off. You're lucky I didn't roll better. Rolled okay.
That's 18 damage for me. Temporary hit points took 6 of it.
Yara, it's your turn.
Oh my gods. Alright. I am going to go ahead.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Malavik, that was a crit. That's 48 damage.
Oh, okay.
You took 18. It was supposed to be 24, right?
So
That's just
reduce
another
6,
24.
So
42.
yeah, it's 42.
Let me just do this to make it easier. Whoa.
Yeah,
There
Malavik
you
got a
go.
10 on that saving throw, unfortunately.
You see blood start to come out of my mouth,
Yeah,
and I'm trying to hold still.
And it's a combination of just getting hit by like a wall of like dense air as well as debris. There's rocks and things that are just like you're pelted from behind, and there's like probably like one big large like clump of dirt and rock that just smacks you like in the back of your head, and it catches you off guard, and you can see like blood like splattering where it connects. Yara, it's your turn.
Sorry, I want to interject. As this a bit slow on the draw, I will raise up my amulet and try to block some of the damage. It's not going to be a lot. That's going to be 6 damage reduced on Malavik.
Oh,
It all helps.
Okay.
Alright. Malavik! Arcelia! And I will channel my healing energy inside of myself and send forth a glowing golden orb towards Malavik as I heal him with my moderate curse at a 2nd level for 22 points of healing. Let me see. Wait. It also, I did a 2 action, so that is going to be another 16 on top of that. Because I rolled d12 for my moderate curse, so you now have 38 more HP.
Oh, fuck.
That was a juicy spell used.
That is my last 2nd level, darlings!
Yeah, I will know where it came from and tighten my grip on my sword and hold my ground.
Now, the thing with... You know what? I'm not going to risk overwhelming myself for only a few HP. It would have been fun, but I'm not going to do that. I will go ahead and I will use my last action. Oh shit. I will use my last action to send forth guidance upon Malavik. So you will get a +1 to your next attack. And that is my turn.
For the attack? Okay.
Yes, for attack roll, perception check, saving throw, or skill check. So you also get it for other things.
Okay. Malavik, it's your turn.
I'll let the anger fuse in me because I need to protect those around me. And I will go on a rampage of slashing. $27.
That's a hit.
First slash. And then I will reverse my grip and then drive in and upward at the underbelly side, trying to find a loose scale. 19.
The dragon, this Miroga, sort of twists and folds its wing and sort of uses its wing as a brace to block this follow-up attack, and it does not succeed.
And with my final action.
You do also have guidance. Just as a heads up.
Yeah, I don't think a 20 would have hit. Oh.
No. I'm just saying for whatever you're about to do.
I'm going to attempt, while its wing is moving, I'm going to attempt to grab at its wing.
Okay.
And I'll apply the guidance. Athletics check? Yes, athletics, correct?
Yes.
16. Pretty sure that doesn't go through.
It shakes you off easily. Is that it for your turn?
That'd be it.
Danigi, sort of rushing to the sides. What did that creature do? Is that some sort of spell?
No, not a spell. Something innate.
It's a Mogoga. It has the ability to manipulate ley lines.
That would explain it.
Danigi will fire a longbow shot at the creature. Whew, 29. Okay, that is a hit. No precision edge on this one. This is a hit. Now deadly doesn't go off. It's just for a crit, right?
Yeah, the deadly? No,
Yeah,
don't get only the
Deadly
crit.
is only on crit. Propulsion and all that, I believe, is regular, though.
Okay. Danigi will then do... Nice, another 15 piercing damage. See another arrow sail past you, Arcelia, connecting probably this time somewhere in the ribs of the creature, and it snarls and roars in pain. Sorry, that was so loud.
I mean, it's accurate.
canon.
It's very accurate, yes.
Sorry, that's so loud.
No, leave it. It should be that loud.
Okay, and I think we'll notch another arrow and fire again. Holy shit. 31 on a second attack? Jesus
Dex, dude.
Christ.
Yeah, Dex is...
Can we keep her forever, please? Don't let her
Quick,
go
romance
home.
her. Quick.
Yes, yes.
was really
I'll
good.
do it if
Deniki,
I need
darling.
to. Yeah.
There are
You
hot
like
single
lizards?
dustwalkers in your area.
Is that what you did? Is like do this to you?
Denigi fires yet another arrow. 2 quick shots. The first one sinks somewhere into the ribs of this creature, and it howls in pain. And as it does so, Denigi shoots another arrow, this time through its jaw. It sinks right through the creature's soft palate. And why not go for a third one? Um, 16 is not going to hit. This time, the creature brings its wings up again and just kind of deflects the arrow off to the side. You can see the Miroga looking at Denigi with focused hatred. You recognize this to be a challenge to Denigi, Malavik.
I will eat your eyes first. You will not see, and I will leave you alive as long as I can.
I will just turn to Denigi. I won't shout anything, but I'll give her a look. I understand warrior to warrior.
Malavik just looks over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Screaming and raging,
Yeah,
spitting
in
everywhere.
warrior, that means there's a challenge.
Karun, it's your turn.
I don't want to fight the dragon, but I can't survive alone, so I have to.
They give you the option to run.
More alchemical supplies, darling.
Light it on fire again, I guess. I don't mean it, I'm sorry!
Yeah, the fire again just kind of bursts near its feet.
I know. I know.
I swear, I feel so bad for your rolls because you could hit, but it just doesn't. It just won't roll for you.
making it worse.
That's so
I know, I
horrible.
understand this pain. My spells all the time.
You
I
have true
understand.
potential, but
You're wasting it.
use a yes and.
It has splash damage again, so.
Hey, it hits.
That's better than me.
Yes, it does. Anything else on your turn, Karun?
I will take greater cover again. And be very, very quiet so it does not hear me.
Okay. Sakuachi will increase the range of Bless. 10. Arcelia, it's your turn.
I will try to do what I do best. That's a miss.
A 15, yes. You go to strike with your spear, and it is batted aside.
Again. 18.
18 is also a miss. Again, now quickly rebuffed by this creature's wings. The spear is cast aside, Arcelia.
As my final action, I will try to grab its wing.
Okay,
Can I grapple it?
you can absolutely try.
Wait, is this a Titan or is this just large?
This is a large creature.
Okay, It's not tight.
I flex and I pose in my big orc mommy self and roll 25.
Pretty good. You
Like all
grab
of us
its
is like-
wing, Arcelia.
I hold on to it. And I say,
Ooh.
stop.
She's just like,
Stop it.
Stop it.
Kind of like dug in your heels, you know, like we just see the back of Arcelia's heels just like digging into the snow and the ice, holding this creature's wings down. Rashtak, it's your turn.
Yes, I'll do what I can. Stay up! And a couple of mosquitoes gorge themselves on my magic power and fly over and aid Arcelia. On your turn at the beginning, you will heal 4 HP for 4 rounds.
All right.
And then for my last 2 actions, I pull some of the water out behind this dragon and splash it over Arcelia for 5 temporary HP.
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Yep.
Technically 90 feet with reach.
Okay. All good. 10 temporary, what was it? 5 temporary HP?
5.
5 temp HP, Arcelia. Is that it for your turn or Rashtak?
That is it. Yes, that is it.
Okay. The Miroga will use its draconic frenzy. It will erupt in a challenge, which you recognize, Malavik, immediately. And you can see the creature take on a more predatory position, as it will now strike with...
Now it is also grappled by Arcelia, yes?
Yep.
Beautiful.
2
Make sure I make notes
talon
of that.
strikes and 1 tail strike. Let's see. It will... go after Malavik with the 2 talon strikes first.
It's a hit.
31
Not a crit, but a hit.
for 17 slashing damage.
Really?
Second talon attack. 27.
It's a hit.
And this is going to be for for 11 slashing damage. And then a tail strike. 16 to hit.
On me?
On you, yes.
That's a miss.
Malavik, you see the tail coming as you're sort of trying to regain your composure. You see the tail about to sweep underneath you. Arcelia manages to step out of the way of it, and you see it coming, leap just up into the air. And we see the camera sort of like do this like quick bird's eye view on Malavik as he like leaps up. He's got his sword in hand. Looks like he's about to bring it down. Yara, it's your turn. Oh, I'm sorry. I have 1 more action. Draconic Frenzy is only 2. Yep.
It's 4 actions.
To give smooches?
So it uses Draconic Frenzy. It has a special bullshit, and that's only 2. So it still has 1 more action. And then...
And it gives little kisses.
Then it will... it will... Let's see. I think Denigi's been rather annoying. As it's doing all this stuff, you can start to hear that hum again. And right where Denigi is, a 5-foot ball of force is formed and discharged. Denigi has to make a reflex save.
Oh, you said 5 feet?
Hmm?
This doesn't touch me?
It does not.
Yes.
It will hit Sakuachi potentially.
That's all right.
Poor Sakuachi. Anyway.
I'll just give her a little kiss on the elbow. Mwah.
Let's see. Reflex. Okay, that's a fail.
Yeah, 20T failed earlier, so I'm pretty sure that is.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if it's a critical fail. It is not a critical fail. Just barely. Not a critical fail. Sakuachi. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Okay, not bad. I rolled like shit. 11 force damage to Sakuachi and Denigi.
As I hear the hum, I will raise my amulet once again, and I will target Sakuachi. So reduce Sakuachi's damage by 6.
Okay. Very well, thank you. Yara, it is your turn.
All right. Well, with my first 2 actions, I will muster up some more of this golden energy, and I will cast it towards Malavik, healing him for 11 points of healing. Rolled very low on that, but it's still something.
It's 11.
Now, with that being said, I do have 1 action left, so with that remaining action, I will go ahead and I will send guidance forth towards Arcelia, so you will feel that familiar cold chill from me. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Malavik, it's your turn.
As I'm up in the air, I'm going to reverse my grip and flip the sword downward into a downward strike. Seems like piercing damage is better against this creature. 17.
The creature manages to notice you up in the air and just it sort of moves its neck in that serpentine way, and its body just kind of follows, and it manages to dodge out of the way.
Question, is this creature flat-footed still?
Yeah.
Is it flat-footed from grapple? All right. In the midst of turning, I'm going to unbuckle a vial on the side of my hip. And I am going to finally use the water from She Who Walks.
Okay.
I don't know how to calculate this, so you're gonna have to help me with this.
Huh?
I believe I wrote the values down. It is 2d10 plus 13. Do you want me to just roll it for you? Because I have a button. Right.
Works.
15 points of healing.
That was the lowest
2 ones.
roll.
All right. And while I'll throw the vial to the ground and swoop in a backward sword attack. Hopefully hit.
Okay.
Second
attack.
20.
Not enough. Malavik, as you spin, you again you strike the creature, but it's an oblique strike. It's a glancing blow. Slides off the scales.
I'll just grow angrier, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Denigi is sort of like has one hand up to her ear and says, Sakuachi, I'm here. Are you all right? That creature, it has some sort of connection to the land. Yes. Yes. It is still my prey. I will protect you. That is my job. Denigi will fire with longbow yet again.
Mommy?
25 to hit is a hit. Not so lucky on the damage this time, but the arrow sinks in a little bit into the creature. Second composite longbow attack. 26 to hit. That is another hit.
Technically 27, but still.
Yeah.
Oh, bless doesn't have to be declared?
No, bless is just an
automatic,
area of
yeah.
effect.
Okay, very cool.
It's just guidance.
Yes. So that one is another nice shot from Denigi. You see the arrows like sink in, probably like near the base of the neck, and like near where its collarbone would be, I guess. And a third attack. Why not? Let's go for it. 16 misses this time. This time, a wing comes up and just kind of acts like a shield, and the arrow doesn't have enough power as it hits on an oblique angle. Okay. Karun.
I don't want to fight the dragon.
I still don't blame you.
Nor do I, darling.
But I have to, because I'm like an obligate carnivore, I can't survive out there on my own.
I missed Karun.
Me too.
Again, the 19 does not connect. I imagine
know.
Karun is like in the bush, like in the trees and the bushes, right at the mouth of this cave, and just side lobbing, these things.
From the bushes comes fire.
I kind of like that we can't actually see her potentially, and just a little bomb keeps flying out of the bushes.
You just see a little flicker of the Molotov cocktail being lit, and then nothing. Like the shadow, she is gone.
Yep. Okay. Still doing.
And greater cover, and I'm now in greater cover.
Okay. And
That's
you
my turn.
Yep. Dash back into the bushes. Okay. Sakuachi increases the range of bless one more time.
Excellent. So now that'll hit our melee.
Yes. Arcelia.
I will try.
You also have guidance.
Stab. 28 to hit.
29 with
29
bless,
to hit.
and you also have a guidance if you want to use it.
No. 29.
Okay.
She didn't say it beforehand, so.
29 is a hit. You feel the spear pass the scales, but you can't quite seem to get to the flesh there, Arcelia.
Okay.
You struck just not hard enough.
You have added damage, correct?
Antithesis.
Ah, yes. What is the added damage?
Yeah, so the damage total would be 5, 6, 9, 11 damage total.
Okay. Then you do, in fact, pierce the flesh. You feel it sink in just a little bit. See some blood trickle out.
I rip the spear out and I do it again. Nope.
10, it just kind of clatters against the spot. The creature moves as you stab it, yelling in pain.
Again. 18. 19? I use
20?
20?
20
20?
is just barely enough.
Wait.
Oh, no, I'm
20
sorry.
hits?
No, that's
I
not
was about
right.
to say back up and add my damage.
Wait a minute. Is it flat-footed?
It is flat-footed, but that's still not enough.
I was about to
Gotcha.
say add like
Yeah,
20 some
huh?
odd. Yeah. All right, anyway.
Math is hard. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Rashta.
Very good work.
Thank you.
All right. First thing, I look for where the hand poked out throwing a bomb and put guidance upon Karun. Maybe this will help, since apparently we have to fight. Looking back at the road.
Arastak is doing that in place jog. Like,
oh. Moment shit goes down, you know what Arastak is doing.
he's like casting everything over his shoulder. You know, like
It's a frail lizard.
I think Karun is over there somewhere. I got you.
And then I think this. Hold on, let me double check. Oh yes, good. Take a deep breath. And attempt to breathe poison upon it. It must make a fortitude save. The thing everything is good at for 19, and it does nothing. All right, good.
It's 29 on that, so that's a crit save.
Yes, it does nothing.
Okay. The Miroga. Oh boy. Okay. It will activate its Draconic Frenzy. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. It will try to break free of your grasp, Arcelia.
But I have nice hands.
You're so pretty.
It's so pretty. 26.
Stays grappled. It
Nice.
will try to break free again.
Mommy says sit down. I'm gonna reroll that. 18.
Got a 19.
21.
You hang on, Arcelia. And it will use its last action to try and break free. It looks a little bit frantic now.
I'm gonna reroll that. 11. I have 0 hero points left.
21.
24.
Arcelia, you hang tight. What does this look like as you are holding this creature? You can see it's bleeding kind of bad right now.
As it's throwing me around in a frenzy, my fingers dig deep. They punch through a bit of the leather here as I'm gripping it as hard as it can, knuckles tightening.
The creature is doing that thing like when an animal is trying to escape regardless of its pain. You know, like escape is its first thought right now, and it's disregarding the fact that you're hurting it.
I feel so bad for this
I know. I feel sort of bad too, but you know what? I'm
Murdered the
sending
shit out of some
needle
people
darts at it.
before you.
I am sending forth my needle darts, casting my hand upon the rapier. Schwink! That is a 27 with bless for 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay. You see the darts tear into it. Several scales like get torn off in the process. You can see blood pouring from wounds on this creature.
We are making a dent! Well done! And I will go ahead and I will cast guidance upon Deniki this time. And that will be my turn.
Okay, Malavik.
I'll stare at this creature and can see that its eyes are filled with fear, and I'll say, Sinkatuni. As I will say, I will eat your heart. And I will slash at it. That's a 28.
It's a 29 with bless.
Oh yeah, true. There you go.
Malavik. How do you kill it?
Oh. I'm going to look at Arcelia as she's pulling this wing down, and I'm going to kind of scale up the side of it and dig my sword in and reach deep and pull up and try to slit its midsection open. And then I will throw my sword down and rip its ribcage open and go in for the heart.
Tries to like snap at you, and it like is quickly losing strength as Malavik consumes this creature's heart,
falls to the ground.
Malavik, it is done. It is done, darling.
Good.
I don't want to fight the dragon.
I think it's dead, Karun. You don't.
Oh,
need
it's gone. It's.
Don't need to fight it anymore.
I will
feel
take
kinda
bits and
bad,
pieces
actually.
of the heart and offer it to Denigi.
Denigi,
I would like to look for eggs.
Denigi isn't looking at you at all. Denigi is walking over to the blood and the bits.
I'll finish it.
Do we find any eggs?
You definitely do not find any eggs, Karun. Just gonna get that out of the way quickly.
I would like to join Denigi and do what I intended to do earlier. I'll kneel down, take a handful of the furs, and try to read the psychometric resonance of it.
What is this journey like for you, Celia? What happens when you cast this spell?
I have this ability. It's not quite magic, but it is a connection. When I hold things that have significance to someone, a favorite blanket, perhaps their shield against the cold, what has carried them on their journey, a gift, I hold it in my hand. And I smell it. I feel it. The texture against my fingers, the weight of it. I close my eyes, and it speaks to me. It conjures an image over time. It is about the power of emotion, the power of connection. As I open myself up to whatever it will tell me, as painful as it might be,
So, close your eyes, and when you open them, you see a different sort of scene around you. You see Sakuachi. You see Ulikuk. You see Denigi and Enuma. Sakuachi says, "Are we all ready to leave? We're going to make our way to Skywatch. Are you sure we should be doing this?" Ulikuk says, "I am sure. That is where the fate I have seen guides me. I've seen it in the stars." And then you, Arcelia, or the person you are, speaks up, says, "If that is what Sakuachi has seen, we must honor her. We will go with you. We will protect you. I will forage for food. I will tell you when the blizzards come. You need me." Feel yourself smile broadly. And everything falls away. You see instead now a different vision of Sakuachi, one recognizing pain in your eyes. begins to weep without you even saying anything.
Oh, Parak. I pull her into my arms and I hold her against my breast. I'm so sorry.
Nigi moves closer and puts a hand on Sakuachi's back as well.
Malavik has ripped this creature apart, yes?
Just his chest. And his heart.
So you wouldn't have touched like the area with the stomach or anything, right?
Not yet.
Malavik?
Hmm.
Would you help me so that I may inspect to see if it has eaten recently?
I'll take out a sharpened knife and start to try to cut away at the area of the stomach.
And I will be inspecting for any bones or any identifying materials.
Yeah, you can make a survival check for me, Malavik.
19.
It's messy. There were a lot of wounds this creature suffered. But there are bones that are there. And it said as much to Malavik.
It did say that it was full, as of why it wanted to let you all pass. But I knew that this creature was probably the fate of who we were looking for.
So we just barely missed them.
Hard to tell.
Do not mention it to Sakuachi in case she doesn't put the connection together that if we had gotten here sooner.
It is not mine to tell. And then I would get up and we should see what else this creature was hiding.
Yes. And if there are any pieces that might be useful to Karun.
As I walk past this creature's head, how are the teeth? Are they snake-like? Or are they a full mouth of serrated teeth?
They are dragon-like. You know, there's full. Okay. There's full.
So there was chewing and swallowing, right?
Yeah.
Versus just swallowing.
Yeah.
Well, if Yara's coming with me, I'll let her know that they have been. If there was just bones, they'd have been dead for a while. Maybe days, or maybe a day, half a day, enough for the chewing process and the digestion to take period. Probably was going to pass soon.
If only we had chosen the gates first, hey?
We cannot save them all. It was either this one or Denigi, and I believe in our difficult times we made the right choice.
Very well. Shall we look around then? See if there's anything of note.
Yes, we want to see if there's any dragons-like treasure. We want to see if there's anything that they're hiding. May it be stuff they have spit out, or if they had any underlings or hobgoblins or anything working for it, since dragons do have authority.
anything in its den.
Yeah. So, somebody make me a perception check.
Oh, call over Arcelia. I know she's comforting,
Consoling them? Yeah.
consoling, yeah.
As you call out my name, you
Karun was-
see me look over my shoulder. I shake my head.
Karun is taking samples of the water.
Okay, then I will. Who do you want to make the perception? Was one of us or both of us that are there?
You can
I
roll.
can assist you.
Everybody that's looking for
Okay.
stuff in there can make a perception roll. Just pick somebody to be the person.
I got a 20.
There you go.
Malevich rolled first, so we're going to say Malevich is first. All right. Malevich. So you do find a bunch of stuff in here. Just to sort of explain, there's a lot of like trinkets and things all over the place. Lots of stuff that would be considered like kind of kitschy, you know? Lots of kitsch. And it's still probably worth a little bit. But there is something that catches your eye. There is... I'm guessing Malevich doesn't know what this is. So I'm going to describe it like I think Malevich would see it. So all throughout this cave, there are several like trinkets here and there. Figurines, some like art and stuff, like some small like sculptures and things. And there is something that looks especially strange to you, Malevich. It is like kind of a it's a metallic sort of disc-like thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a point kind of on the end here. Pasted that in our Gatewalkers Discord chat. And I will put it on the screen for our chat as well here in a second. It's clearly a very like shiny sort of metal that has been sort of a bit stained, from various bits and things through the cave here. It's big enough to be held in like two hands. It'd be the size of kind of like a serving platter. And it's a sort of disc-like shape. It has concentric rings inside of it. The rest of us, I imagine, Sakuachi for sure, would recognize this as an astrolabe.
I found a device to hold fruit.
Ooh, I like
Malevich.
fruit.
Malevich, it's definitely platinum. And there are ruby gems that are placed in various places on this.
This is very ornate. Maybe it's a shield of some sort.
Corinne is looking at it wantingly. Can I roll a crafting check to identify it? Or identify alchemy in the water?
So you were kind of focusing on the water. So I'm going to say that you can definitely sort of take a look at it. If you do a crafting check, that will definitely be something different than what you might get if you were to roll an Arcana check.
Ooh. Alright, I will roll an Arcana check.
Okay. you recognize that this is an astrolabe, Karun. You might have even seen some like rudimentary ones that were inside the observatory. And you definitely saw them on Castrovel. You saw them in Lascialua. There were a bunch of astronomers there, so they would have astrolabes. I imagine, Malavik, that you had no idea. You probably just assumed they were like a platter or something, you know?
Yeah, I thought it was like a platter, maybe a fancy shield.
Yeah,
I'm like trying to hold it to my arm, like.
They have tons of astronomical stuff in Lascialua, right? So it's like who's to know what's actually used for astronomy and what's used for eating. This in particular, let me just double check that you succeeded on this. You did. This is an astrolabe of falling stars. Karun, you know that this astrolabe is fashioned of magically attuned platinum plates and rings and is inset with carefully measured ruby gems. This astrolabe's back is engraved with helpful charts, a calendar, and a maker's mark. It can be used as a mariner's astrolabe, so on the water as well. And in addition, it can produce the following magical effect. Once per day, with a flick of your finger, you set the astrolabe's rule spinning, causing the inset rubies to become a blur. Choose a point within 100 feet. The astrolabe of falling stars calls down a brief rain of meteorites in a 10-foot burst centered on that point, dealing 1d8 bludgeoning and 1d8 fire damage to creatures in the area.
It's an orbital defense platform.
There's just dead stares from everybody.
This is an incredible serving platter, but also has a couple of other functions, and I will relay what those are.
Meteorites.
Shoots meteorites.
Yes, an orbital meteorite ruby defense platform.
Cannot stand on this. There's no platform.
No, do not do anything to
Don't
it.
click it.
We don't know.
Called
We
it
don't
a
know.
platform. You stand
No,
on it.
no.
And I'm like studying everyone's face.
You can tell I am incredibly panicked.
Think
It's a
of it
magic weapon.
Like a super
No,
weapon.
I just. And I walk up to Sakuachi, and I'm like. You look back at Yara. I'm
1
getting a
minute.
headache.
1 minute, come here.
And I walk over.
Perhaps we do not fuck with it for now.
I cut her. I was going to give it to her.
No, that is probably worth so much. That's worth more than our lives, probably.
Oh,
Maybe.
Worth something. Oh,
Karun,
shit.
you've got it priced at maybe 150 gold pieces.
Oh,
That's more
it?
than all of us have.
Karun, how much is this thing?
It's worth a lot. Hundreds of gold pieces. I'll keep it vague. Hundreds, even.
They will be joining us on our adventure, on our journey. They should be equipped with something that can.
No.
Well, that could kill us all, could it not? The meteorites?
If they
It
aim
is
well.
an incredibly dangerous weapon and could be wielded with such imperfection as to kill one of us.
Okay, I'm just imagining me privately talking to Yara, and Karun is on my shoulder.
It's just like-
Picking up over, skittering up your back.
And
Would
so,
that be?
keep it a secret.
Or we could
And I'll look up and like, Rostok, please, come.
What?
Come here.
I walk a little closer.
Is Arcelia still hugging on Sakawatch? Okay.
Yeah.
We could lend it because it is an astrolabe. It would
that's
help
true.
the navigation within the city.
Yes.
It is an
And we will
astrolabe.
receive it later.
Okay. I'll let me do it because I feel bad. I cut them and they were upset.
Perhaps.
Question for the DM.
Perhaps
I have a question about the mechanics of such a thing. Is there a delay between flicking it and when the meteorite appears? Do we have like a countdown of like 10 seconds?
It
or
also
something?
said 10 foot.
It's
So we can get out of the way.
Yeah. No, it's choose a point within 100 feet.
Uh-huh.
It's a 100
And then
foot
it's
point.
instantly...
You choose a point within 100
Uh-huh.
feet, and then the radius of the impact is a 10-foot burst.
Uh-huh. And that just happens instantly.
It's two
There's
actions.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay.
So we okay with us lending it?
It's two actions and once per day.
Certainly.
So if everything's, if you find a bunch of enemies that are grouped up in a 10-foot radius, and you drop that down, they have to succeed on a 19 reflex save.
So I just drew a circle on the map. That's a 10-foot radius right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same
pretty
as a
big.
smoke bomb, I think.
Or we can deny someone access to a place with the threat of orbital defenses.
Yeah.
Certainly. All right, so we want to loan this to Sakuachi, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you do so, as you were suggesting, as a means of apology. If they are looking injured, though, perhaps I should work on them too.
Sakuachi and Dini have taken a few cuts and scrapes.
Right, so I will treat them.
follow
You
up.
give them a gift. Yes.
Yes. And
Not
I'll
a gift,
poke out
but a loan.
I poke out my chest and I will follow Yara over to Deniki and Sakawachi. Or Sakawachi, I should say. And I say, yeah.
Are you two all right?
Sakuachi is she
That's a dumb
seems
question.
she seems to be taking it pretty hard. Denigi looks over to you. Few cuts and scrapes. Sakuachi
Right.
took some of the blast as well.
Well, I will work on your injuries here. And I believe Malavik here had something to show you.
Would you like for me to take your mind off of... No.
I'm gonna read.
I am sorry for doing a custom that you're not accustomed to, and I would like for you to know that I mean well, and I have this to lend you. It's mine to lend you. Here, don't break it. This is not a platform. It's
An astrolabe.
an astrolabe.
Now, it does have a functionality that can be quite dangerous, so be careful. It should assist you in following the stars, I would assume. I'm no astronomer, so... but what I will say is, if you flick that, don't flick it now, you can actually call down a hail of meteorites in about 10 feet of a radius.
Thank you.
I know it's not going to bring back your comrade, but do know that they were brave to stand up against a dragon. And though it is sad, we are all here together, and we have avenged them. It's a custom in my people to celebrate the opportunities that they have given us in the past. Maybe we can do such tonight. This seems like a perfect place to set up. Maybe invaders around here know that a dragon lives here, and they will not bother us. We could tell stories from your people. You could tell us stories of the stars and how your comrade has lent their knowledge to you and a good remembrance of who they were.
Hamak was our storyteller, but I will try my best.
And we can all give a story of our own in remembrance of your comrade, if you allow it.
And if I may, it is then your job, your duty to your friend, to continue telling those stories to the best of your ability.
Yes.
Would you like a proper burial of your comrade? A send-off.
Yes.
I will fetch the bones, and I'll walk off.
It's gonna get the bones.
Now let me just see your arm here.
Malavik.
Hmm.
You find too many bones. There's quite clearly another set of bones in here. So, like, after you start taking out the bones, the numbers don't add up. There's, and some of the bones that were scattered on the ground outside, like, you're trying to do a little bit of piecing together here, and it doesn't really make sense. There has to be two.
Then I'll start digging 2 holes just in case they want to use them to lay them in.
Might I attempt a medicine check to possibly identify what bones might go with what corpse?
Sure. Meanwhile, Arcelia is making a bone fort.
21.
No.
They have 14 crafting. It's a terrible bone fort.
Wow. No.
Celia, what are you doing?
What I was trying to do now. You don't know. It's a secret role that the world never gets to see. I hide whatever I made in my shirt.
21.
Is there anything alchemical about the water? Did I find anything in there? Amoebas, maybe?
So, Karun, you made a roll for this earlier, basically.
Didn't I?
Yeah. So here's what you do find, Karun.
Yeah.
The water that is here is very, very neutral. It's very neutral.
Okay.
Which is kind of odd, given the minerals and things that are around here. And in the cave, it should be probably leaning towards like hard water,
All right.
But as you make your way to the southern portions of the cave, where some of the trinkets and things were found, there is something about this area, this cave in particular, that really sort of activates your brain.
Interesting.
Now, through various tests that we see Karun doing kind of in the background, every sort of alchemical test that Karun has, the water, and in this cave, Karun, you come to the conclusion
Yes.
that this cave is directly over one of the ley lines of this world. And this ley line runs towards Skywatch.
Interesting.
Through Skywatch.
Ah.
And I imagine that there's like probably like litmus paper, you know, testing the water.
Oh, absolutely. I've got
yeah.
several different types of papers. I'm dabbing it everywhere. I've got several vials of different elements and tinctures to test and retest. I don't want to cause a panic or anything. Excuse me, the rest of you. Excuse me, come here for a moment. I have something to discuss. Thank you for joining me in the cavern. Now that
If you could assemble over near where I am assembling.
Yeah, all right, I'll speak up. You see the water over there? It's very neutral, which is kind of strange, right? Like you would think that there would be more minerals in it because we are surrounded by such, but nay, it is not the case. And appears to be that this cavern here is built upon the very ley lines which control the magic from, you know, the place outside.
Skywatch?
Yes, that's it. This is the place from which the magic wells from the ground.
Wait. Does that mean... Is Skywatch no longer under that spell now that the dragon is slain?
It means
Or was
we
it-
control whether it is... Or maybe.
Does anyone know how to use ley lines? I don't.
No.
I have a question. So I was able to identify that the dragon had a connection to ley lines. Do I know anything about ley lines?
You can make another esoteric lore roll, I think, or arcana, or occult. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'd
Either
be
of those two.
curious myself, but...
22 esoteric.
You can help with the roll if you'd like. Asha.
Yes, I would love to with occultism. At 23.
Okay. So, ley lines. They are found throughout the universe. They are magical. They're magical energy that exists throughout the multiverse, and it flows within and without all aspects of reality. In places where this magical energy flows particularly strongly, it takes the form of ley lines, which are like conduits of magic that flow through the cosmos. This magical energy travels through ley lines much like blood flows through the veins of living creatures. They transcend physical form and even across planes. They carry their own specific manifestation of magical energy. One ley line might contain the power to enhance divinations, while another forms a channel for the destructive power of fire. Regardless of a ley line's specific nature, its presence influences the world around it in subtle or overt ways. If you had gotten a crit, I would give you a little bit more info, but I think that's about what you know.
I will share all of this and do so in a very bookish and nerdy way. Pulling out notes and small books. Like veins.
At the very least, this dragon was drawing from them for its own power, but I have no idea if it manipulated them for the city or if it is mere coincidence and was drawn here.
It's probably more likely that it was drawn here. What I think the connection would be is whatever disrupted the barrier around Skywatch must have also interfered with the ley line. I suppose it matters the timeline of whether the ley line was always here or if it's a recent development.
I don't think they move, but it is always possible.
Rostark, would you like to eat its brain?
No. Why would you do that?
It was told by me by shamans that we can gain knowledge from devouring parts of a creature.
I've heard that too.
Superstition.
There's a lot of science to back it up. I've got scrolls, lots of scrolls.
No, I wished to take a tooth in honor of it. They are brethren to my kind.
Are you saying you're a dragon?
No. But we view them as brethren, nonetheless.
I will slaughter all of your brethren.
Malefic.
I think there's some miscommunication happening here.
It's the truth. I do not lie. to
Malefic.
comrades.
Malefic.
Yes.
That is. What would you say if I said I will slaughter your entire family?
Is it your duty? Is it your will? Is it your fiber of your whole being?
I
When
want
you go up
to-
them, will you tremble? Do you feel your hand going towards your weapon without even cause and want to
Malefic.
slit the throat?
Desire aside,
Mom and Dad are
Perhaps-
fighting.
perhaps those are inside thoughts.
Don't say them out loud.
You have
Yes,
lost
yes.
respect again, Malefic, if you wish for truth.
Oh,
And
I meant well.
turn and begin taking a tooth.
I meant well.
I know. We'll discuss this later. How about you work on gathering whatever it is you can from this creature? Alchemy,
Right.
food, whatnot, and I will finish preparing the bodies.
Fine. As they turn around, I see a Rashtok in the distance. I do this. Give him wings and make a puny, and I'll continue to try to see what I can save it from the dragon.
I will join Orashtok in harvesting various ingredients, including water from this small pool here.
Sure. So, Malvik rolled a survival check earlier, the 19. Malvik. Let's see here. With a 19.
Does he find 9,000 gold?
Definitely not.
Only 8,000, that's alright too.
Players, give them an inch, they take a mile.
We need it.
Definitely, you're about to die every you're about to die every battle. You want to...
Second orbital.
We almost got
defense
killed by
platform.
fucking drawers, Whack.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
God, we couldn't defeat the
I got
fucking
defenstrated.
cabinet, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost.
Malvik, you are able to collect the following. Roll me. Uh, 2d2s. And 2d10s. Okay. You are able to harness one horn. One Miroga horn.
Ooh.
One Miroga eye.
Ooh.
7 total Miroga teeth. This includes the one that Arashtak took. And 3 Miroga scales.
Okay.
From the stuff, the trinkets and things that you all have found, somebody, I think, Karun, with your crafting checks, you can see that the stuff that's kind of been collected by this Miroga might be worth another 100 gold pieces worth of random trinkets and things.
Hundreds of gold pieces here. Keep it vague.
Good. You'll need it. Alright, since I harvested the tooth, I'll take it to Rostock. Won't ask for no apology or any forgiveness. I'll just hand it over.
Also, with the water here, it's neutral. It's potable. Yes, we can drink it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I have filled up my cask, my little water jug. It is
Just to be
full
clear,
now.
it's got it has minerals in it, and it should, you know, but its pH is like neutral. It's like
Oh, I see.
super,
All right.
like 0.
Well, then I will drink some and
Excellent.
fill up my water bottle.
Karun, as you drink the water,
Oh, oh no.
please roll me a fortitude save.
Oh no.
TH
13.
balance for Korean.
Karun, this is some
Yeah?
of the best tasting water you've ever had.
Oh, sweet.
Very pleasant.
Oh, this is nice. Do you guys want some of this? It's
Karun, do you like being a
delicious.
fetchling?
I'd sort of.
Just say no. Fuck, I want to see.
It's nice to be able to hide.
Fuck that.
Do
Well,
you,
no, I mean, I could really take it or leave it. I've already changed the time already.
Just
I think it's a yes or a no question.
this is a yes or no question.
I don't really like it. I'd rather be an elf, honestly.
a no. All right.
So
there you go.
no,
Let's-
not really.
Karun,
Uh-huh.
your curse has been broken.
Ooh.
You see Karun drink the water and start coughing like violently.
Not in the water.
Karun?
And she said it was good. It was good water.
I thought it was good.
You see
What
Karun's height grow taller. You see the appearance begin to change, looking more like her old self.
Karun, darling.
Did they grow up just now in front of my
Do I
eyes?
look?
You,
Do I look different?
you look the way you did before.
I feel a little different.
Your voice isn't as annoying
My
as it usually
ears.
is.
My ears are back. Interesting.
Your heritage restored.
How do you
Well.
feel?
Oh,
Freezing! I am so cold! Oh god! No!
upon hearing this, I'm going to run over to the water and drink it myself.
Malevich,
It'd be great if Malevich became an elf
as you
too.
as you rush over to the water, you can see this sort of light blue glow start to fade from the water. Same sort of blue glow that happened when the Miroga used that strange force attack.
It's gone.
You take a sip of the water?
No, after I saw what happened.
Tastes fantastic. Pure, clean water. You don't seem to change.
I look down and see my reflection in the water. Ah! Damn it!
Does my eye look alright, Malevich?
Karun's eye is restored.
You You look as if you're from...
I feel like I can see out of it, like it hurts when I poke it.
Oh my god, let me have a look at it. What was this water? You are fully restored.
I don't know, but I'm putting a ton of it in my jugs here.
It seems to only work on you. Right.
I think whatever power that the ley line gave this water, it is drained now. I think this is just a taste of what is possible.
So I'm still a monster.
You are not a monster.
You're not the only one. You're not an elf. It's all right.
It's fine. Now we'll walk away from the group.
Nicely done.
I'm just saying.
Is it not possible to just tap back into the ley line?
You would be the one to ask.
I'll walk over to the water to see if there is any way I can do so. Trying to reach out to the ley line.
Sure. Arcana check.
Or occultism?
I don't think so.
A critical success.
29.
Yeah, Rashtak. I think through your investigations you can tell this probably occurred over a long period of time where this ley line has sort of infused this water with magic. And the magic has dissipated for now. Might return after a long enough period of time. But from what you can tell, this water is no longer magical.
How long do we think it would have taken? Decades, hundreds, millennia?
More like years.
Years. That's the answer I wished. The magic is dissipated from the water, but it will return.
How long do you think?
Years, at most.
But that's it?
No, it's not very long at all.
That is very good news.
If Malefic wishes for it, he should mark his map and return in 5 or so years.
I think I'll go talk to him.
That is good news if he wishes it.
I will walk away.
I'm just glad not to be a monster anymore, you know?
Full elf again, I see.
And full of your hatred of other people,
It's not hatred. Really?
Fair enough. I will continue wrapping up the bodies in, whatever, cloth I can find to try and at least preserve it properly.
I'll be writing all of this down in a notebook.
Meanwhile, Malevic and Arcelia.
Hey.
I'm fine.
No, you're not.
It's right there at my fingertips.
What? Why do you think you are a monster?
Look at me. Horns, teeth, claws, tail, scales, spikes. Bones of a monster. Everyone calls me even my own mother. That's what I am. And that's what I am destined to be forever. I almost forgotten how it is to be human. If I could ever say that, when I saw her change to something beautiful, I thought I could.
Are you saying you were human once?
I feel that I was. I don't know anymore. All I know is this monstrosity that I look at in the reflections of water in people's eyes every day. My mother was human, I believe, or of some sort. It's hard to remember what you looks like when you see someone stare at you as if they want to bury you alive. There was some kind of human contact at one point. I almost forgot what it felt like until we went into that room and they jogged a memory. I just wanted to feel normal for once. Whatever that feels like. You see it how they all look at me. I'm a beast.
Well,
Yeah.
when I look at you, I don't see a beast. I don't see a monster. I see someone who's passionate and strong. You are perhaps the most strongest willed person I've ever met, without contest. And you are who you say you are. You have been transparent. You have been clear. You speak your mind. You are not one of deceit. I don't think whatever happened to you defines you for who you are. I have seen someone loyal, someone protective. You didn't know any of my companions, and you still chose to help them. You have become part of our family.
You're wrong about one thing. I do lie to myself. Constantly tell myself I'm okay with who I am and what I've become. It's all I know. No one would ever love a beast like me. No one would ever. Look at me as if others look at each other. I've accepted that, and it just slipped my mind for a brief second seeing Karun change. I thought maybe I had a chance at. It was silly of me. It was wrong to think that someone like me would get a chance.
Hey, I step forward and I put my hand on your arm. Just because it happened once doesn't mean it can happen again. If we are on a ley line, if our path continues this way, it's possible we might find it again.
If fate were ever so kind, I have to accept this monstrosity that I am. Kill dragons, eat their heart, believing that it'll restore me, it'll make me stronger so I could take the life of the one who made me like this. I didn't ask for this, Arcelia. I didn't ask for it, but I have received it.
Most of the things that happen are in our lives we didn't ask for. All we can do is persevere in the face of it. You are what you do when it matters. And I don't think this will defeat you. I think you will figure it out. I think you will overcome it. I think you are stubborn enough to find an answer. I just think today, it wasn't it. Maybe you needed a reminder. It's clearly very important to you.
I appreciate your comfort.
Do you know what the wonderful thing about this is? And I squeeze your arm. You don't have to look for the answer alone now.
You don't.
Give me your knife. I cut my hand and I let
I
it
know what you're
bleed.
doing.
I'm making a promise. I promise, through a blood bond, that I will help you.
Celia, as you draw blood over a ley line, you not only say these words, they reverberate against the mountain around you. You feel these words have power. What do you say?
I will help you find what you need to have happiness. I promise.
You do that for me.
There is this reverberation that begins to happen. You see bits of rubble begin to fall down the sides of the mountain. And there is blood that begins seeping out from where you cut yourself, Arcelia. It begins flowing rapidly.
I don't look at it. Look at you.
Well, I'll grab at it. No.
When you
What's
grab
happening?
Arcelia's hand, the blood begins to wrap around you both, encircling both of your hands. And as it does so, you begin to feel very strange.